Hello and welcome to another episode of the Outcast Podcast. You can see the beautiful wall we've got here, and we've got a few questions for the podcast, so let's get into it. Just move that out of the way.
You can be referee there.
The referee there. You going to come in it, Jamie?
No, I'm the expert that comes on to
Yeah, because we're going to have a professional cyclist on the podcast, and we're going to be asking him some stupid questions about cycling today. So
No. We're going to be asking him some questions about stupid cycling today.
yeah. So the subject today is going to be about exercise, and is exercise actually necessary? Don't say anything. Let's get into the podcast. All right. Okay. So, would you like to come into the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, come into the podcast. We're gonna have him coming in.
Yeah, all right. Have the expert. Yeah.
Okay.
See what he knows.
Have the expert. Yeah. See, professional cyclist here.
There you go.
Actually,
see, look how ill he is.
I'll just stalk over here. So I'm gonna put his Instagram name there, and also his YouTube and his coaching page. Sit down.
Yeah, you can. That's
too fat because of all the exercise.
Okay.
No, you're too inflexible.
Yeah. This is the Outcast Podcast.
I can't fit in.
Well,
yeah, it's tough.
Stop doing so much cycling.
My body's too big.
Okay, get your legs in.
Yeah, all right.
Get your legs in. All right. So this is the Outcast Podcast, as I already said. But okay, let's get into the first question. Okay. What do you think is more important, exercise or sleep? Or good
Quick fire answers. Come on. Me?
What do you think?
Sleep.
Okay. Okay.
Next question. Okay. How does...
You said sleep, by the way.
How does exercise benefit your mental health?
Okay.
Versus being lazy?
Okay. Let's ask. Well, we're going to ask the professional cyclist now.
He's always in a hurry.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can just repeat the question. How does exercise benefit your mental health?
Yeah.
I think it's very potent for mental health. I think it's very, very important.
Smells like it.
Well, potent, just strong.
It's potent
strong.
From when you.
I think it's very
potent from how much he smells after he's got off his bike cycling a lot.
I think most people are not going to be as happy as they could be if they don't exercise.
Yeah, right. How does benefit? No, I've already got something. Come on.
Do you agree with that statement? Because I feel like a lot when you exercise, your body's telling you this is hard.
Listen,
like maybe this isn't good. Like
if I'm sitting down having a cup of tea, enjoying myself, good mental state. Somebody says get out in the cold, go for a run.
Yeah, but how do you feel? How do you feel when you get back from the run? If you have your cup of tea at 11 o'clock after you've been for a run, versus if you just have that cup of tea after just sitting at your laptop all morning, how do you feel? Different or the same?
Wet, cold.
If you've had a shower, you've been for a run, you've had a shower, and then you have your cup of tea, doesn't that feel nicer?
Could do, I suppose. I don't know.
Might just feel like you might want to lay in bed all day.
Yeah.
And is that nice? Is that nice? Or do you want to be living your life playing video games? I mean, video games are good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or watching YouTube, watching the podcast, watching.
I mean, I can I speak?
Yeah, speak.
I reckon you could get as much, if not more, benefit from mental health doing a game on the computer. You mentally you're stretched. You get challenges. You see other things. What happens on a run? It's boring, same old thing. So I'd say exercise maybe does a bit of benefit, but I'd say games pretty good as well, possibly better.
Have you tried exercising?
Okay, can we have the next question?
Yeah, next question. Okay. Would you like to say the question? Because I've already said one.
Which one?
Anyone.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2. Do you think it's actually beneficial to do more than one type of exercise a day?
No. Okay, that's good.
It definitely can be, yes.
But what if that's too much?
Well, I think you can do too much by doing one single activity, or you can do not too much or even not enough by doing 2 activities. For example, if you play tennis for 10 minutes and then you go and just have a few rallies and then you go and play snooker for an hour, you've not really overdone it there. Whereas if you just
good game.
kind of
good game.
If you go and let's think, you just run 100 miles, then that's probably something that's not sustainable for most people. But that's only one single type of exercise.
Okay, right.
Okay, so do you think it would be good to do it this way? Like, I don't know. I don't know what the average amount you would exercise that would be healthy is. Hang on. What do you think? Because you've got a sports science degree. Yeah.
So I actually know quite a lot about this, and it seems to be within.
Don't bore us.
Yeah, come on.
So with endurance training, it seems to be around 10 hours per week of endurance training is about the sweet spot for longevity outcomes. And so the slope of that curve towards 10 hours per week is quite steep. So by that I mean the more you're doing. So the steepest part of that curve is from doing 0 to 2.5 hours per week. So if you're doing less than 2.5 hours per week of like aerobic exercise, you're really putting yourself at much higher risk of metabolic disease than if you're doing 2.5 hours or more. But then still quite a steep increase as you go from towards 2.5 to 10 hours of moderate to vigorous physical activity per week. Then as you go beyond that 10 hours, you start to tail off, but only at a much more gradual gradient. So if you do 20 hours per week of aerobic training, it's better than doing 5 hours, for example.
Good, that's enough. Okay, right. I need to speak too.
All right. My go at asking a question. Sorry, my go at asking a question. Okay, here's a good one. This might be good for you, the audience, because you may be wanting to lose weight. Here's a question. Is it better to diet to lose weight, or is it better to exercise to lose weight? Let's ask you first, because you're obviously the expert. So,
diet or exercise? Yeah, interesting. I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean, we all have a diet, and it's important. It's important to eat something. So I think a diet is important. Exercise, yeah. I mean, nothing wrong with it. I think. But at this point, I think I have to bring up some very important research by a famous Japanese researcher. And he said that in a person's life, any person's life, there is actually a finite amount of exercise you can do in each person's life. And if you exceed that, you can become ill, and it will have impacts on longevity, on health, and all sorts of things. So the advice there, what I take from that is, okay, you can do exercise if you want to, if it makes you feel better, but keep it within reason. You don't have to do too much.
What did this particular individual base his advice on?
Well, he based it on some of the symptoms of overexercise. What did he base it on? A study of lots of adults.
Lots of adults.
Yeah. And he followed them over a lifetime, registered their activity, and he found that people.
So this is an observational study, not a like a controlled trial.
It was a long-term study. Yeah.
Yes, an observational study.
Yeah. So he was doing this very long study of these people, and he found that, people doing over a certain amount of exercise in their lives, the benefits or their health kind of tended to drop off as much as those who are like extreme smokers and drinkers.
I think it's good to ask for my opinion instead of the professional cyclist's opinion. Okay, so yeah, I think that's a good thing. That's an interesting thing that you said. Well, go on.
Can I just list some of the symptoms of overexercise?
Do you know who wrote whose company that is?
Can you say that again?
Do you know whose company that is?
What?
Livestrong.
It's nothing. It just happens to show on my phone. This is.
Do you know whose company that is?
No.
Lance Armstrong.
Well, there you got it. Famous cyclist. Another one.
But he's famous for all the wrong reasons.
Winning the Tour de France how many times?
7.
Yeah.
0.
And
0.
Is he still alive?
Just about.
Is he rich?
There you go.
He's shouldn't be.
Yeah.
He
Anyway.
should be in prison.
Are you rich? Wait, hang on. Are you rich? Are you rich like Lance Armstrong?
I don't know. I've never met the person, but anyway.
And also, if you don't know who Lance Armstrong is, he's
best doper in history.
Yeah, which means he took steroids and he got banned.
Erythropoietin.
Yeah.
Say it again. Say it again.
Erythropoietin.
Okay.
He used to take out his own blood and then put in new blood before races.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's not bore the audience with all that.
But I can just add one question to that.
Okay. Go on.
Because I think this is a very important point. Okay. I mean, what is the difference, right, between, let's say, what Lance Armstrong was doing, let's say with taking blood transfusions, etc. Yeah. What's the difference with that and somebody taking some other drug which hasn't yet been banned, or say
caffeine,
an asthma drug,
or caffeine. Caffeine's a drug.
Excess asthma things, or something like that. What is the difference? Okay, I suppose
consciously cheating. He knew he was cheating, and he did it anyway.
When you say consciously cheating, you mean consciously?
He knew he was breaking the WADA rules.
Okay,
and he did it anyway.
And what are these WADA rules designed to do?
Okay, but why is it worse than taking a lot of coffee? Doping. Why is it?
There is a legal limit on the amount of caffeine you can take before it becomes doping.
Okay, yeah, well that's actually an interesting one, because I didn't know that, and you as the audience, you probably didn't know that.
It's a safe amounts. Caffeine is safe to consume in up to a certain quantity. Beyond that, it becomes very dangerous.
Okay.
So beyond that certain quantity, it also becomes doping, because one of the reasons why certain substances are classed as banned and forbid substances is if they're harmful to health.
Good.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. That was exactly what I was after.
Next question. Is it your turn to ask the question?
Sure.
We're going to make this snappy.
How should you start exercise if you've never?
Can you say it again?
How should you start exercising if you've never exercised before?
Because I think that's good for the audience. If you don't exercise a lot and you're wanting to get into doing more exercise, should we ask the expert? I'm just
So my premise to all of this discussion would be what does it mean to something to be exercise? For So, yeah, I think just doing slightly more than your daily life is a good way to start. So if you normally just don't walk much, just walk a bit more.
What if I was really, really fat, basically? Maybe that's not a good term to use, but I don't want to offend you. You're just big boned, aren't you?
Yeah.
Big boned, yeah. What if I was hospital bound kind of fat? What would I do then?
You just need to just do what you can. So if it's a big deal to get out of bed, then just try and see if you can get out of bed. And if you can get out of bed, then maybe see, can you get out of bed and back into bed 5 times? Five times, 3 times a day.
Right.
5 reps 3 times a day. Just incremental progress.
Okay. My go. Oh yeah, this is an interesting one. What is the healthiest form of exercise?
I think that walking is actually the best.
So I think you want to do something that's outdoors aerobic exercise. I mean, if you could only do one form of exercise, you want it to be aerobic in nature, or perhaps some whole body strength component. Also, with friends and in nature. So perhaps something like rowing or running could be good, or rowing, although it doesn't have that loading of the skeleton, so you're not getting good bone density benefits. So yeah, maybe a team sport, even maybe football or hockey or basketball.
I think that's better, maybe a team sport like basketball or hockey. But first thing, I think basketball is actually not so good for your joints. But I guess that's if you do it to excess. Maybe a little bit's okay.
Well, it's just if you do it and you're pushing hard for performance, if you do it just in a health conscious way, you're not going to take risks.
Yeah. But one thing I would say about rowing is you either need a rowing machine or a boat or something.
This is why I was saying rowing is good, because it's out if it can be outdoors and with other people. Because if exercise is outdoors and with other people, then that's going to have a lot more mental health benefits than if it's indoors on your own.
Can I just raise something here? It's great to do rowing and other things with other people, but for a lot of people, the practicalities of regular exercise, you can maybe go rowing once a week, when the weather's fine. But I'd say in terms of regular exercise, I'd say you can't beat going for a regular walk.
Okay. What? Just for all of us, just to speed things up. One answer. I'd say walking. What would you say? Just one answer.
Running.
Okay, running. What's yours? Just one answer. Come on.
Just one answer. Okay, right.
And then next question. I'll ask the next question.
Exercising, I'd say skiing.
Skiing. Okay, skiing. All right. Next question.
Cross-country skiing.
Cross-country skiing. Okay. Next question. Okay, so if I've got a good diet and my lifestyle is fairly active, because a lot of people who live in London, they just they walk up steps and they're pretty active anyway. If I've got a healthy diet and I get good sleep, the important things, I don't take drugs, I don't smoke, is it actually necessary to exercise? Because I don't think it sometimes is. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's subjective. It's whatever your lifestyle's like. So we're gonna ask the professional cyclist. Just a simple answer. What are your thoughts?
What do you mean by necessary?
But
if the question is it going to increase your longevity? The answer is yes. Is it going to increase your mental health? The answer is in 99% of people, yes.
Okay, what's your opinion?
Yeah, more or less the same. Yeah.
We can tell you exercise a lot anyway, can't we?
Yeah. I think there's nothing beats exercise like
Eating McDonald's and
No,
watching.
you don't have to eat excessively. You just eat as you feel.
Yeah. I just do what you feel. Okay. So is it you asking the next question?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We're rocketing through these.
Yeah.
Have we done about education?
Education.
Have we talked about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Let's we can ask that as a question.
Okay. Should people be educated about the importance of exercise?
Okay.
I'll just do a quick one now. Yes or no?
Okay. Just a quick one. Just a quick answer. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. A sentence each. Why?
One sentence.
Why should they be educated about it?
Because I think it's the single most important thing you can do for your health, happiness, and longevity.
As well as eating, because I mean, if you don't eat and drink, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
And everyone's going to instinctively do that anyway.
Can I just say something? It's
yeah.
important.
Well,
I just have to point this out, and this is probably what I wanted to get across. It's important to enjoy your life. And without enjoyment, you could be cryogenically frozen for 3,000 years.
Yeah.
Is that a life? I don't think so. The thing is
it's
yeah,
bring pleasure to your life.
Well, it's whatever gives you pleasure, and you got to bring that in mind.
And also,
in mind.
Yeah. Also, one thing I would also
in mind.
one thing I would say to you guys, you might get a lot of these studies online as saying studies say that, like, I don't know, 10 hours of exercise is good per day to keep you fit for the rest of your life. You might hang on. What are you doing?
Question.
What are you doing? Okay, all right. One more question.
One more question.
Okay.
Just wind
What is it? All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna have the tea soon.
The pizza's coming soon, so
yeah. Okay. Okay.
Deliveroo.
One more question. What's this? What do you think?
I think that's the best one.
No, we've said this.
Okay. Exercise or good sleep? I think we just go back to exercise or sleep. Yeah.
Why do you like cycling?
Yeah.
And do you actually like it?
Which one do you want me to answer?
Yeah. Yeah. Why do you like cycling?
Yeah. It's a good one.
C'est la joie de vivre. C'est quand tu relèves vite, les sensations dans les jambes sont bonnes. Ils ne sont pas les plus gros plaisirs.
Yeah, can you just answer in English?
It's the feeling of when you're going well and you're riding at speed and you're feeling good. It's just no other sensation I've experienced that matters that.
Great.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up there for the Outcast podcast. We're gonna get some more interesting guests on soon, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more episodes and maybe you like the video. You don't let us know if you dislike the content or if you like the content, and I hope you enjoyed. Okay.